You know what? Fuck it. I tried to make this a story, but we're gonna make it a whole video because I want everyone to know this. I want everyone to realize that whatever you like, whatever you subscribe to, whatever you enjoy, it's perfectly okay. You could enjoy whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter. But if you're a fan of something, please recognize that you are not an actual fan of anything if you are not willing to point out its flaws or criticize some of the things it has even. One thing that I've learned throughout this month and a half of joining this hellscape and becoming pseudo-popular is that some people in the anime fandom can't understand criticism and being a fan. Yes, you can be a fan of something and criticize it. That's not two different things. Being more specific, whenever I talk about the essay scenes in Berserk, a lot of people are quick to point out that I'm not a fan of Berserk because I do not like these scenes. I fucking love Berserk. It has changed my entire outlook on life ever since I opened the first book. Fuck, it has helped me fucking improve who I am as a person. Not fucking mentioning the fact that it took me over a month to make this giant fucking sword behind me. The books there too, some of which I've let my friends borrow, as well as this, that, and the tapestry in front of me. That's completely unrelated, but every time that I point out that Berserk has this problem with portraying women, a lot of dick writers are really quick to say, oh, you're not an actual fan of Berserk, you just don't like these scenes. You're right, I really don't. But I'm willing to criticize Miura and Berserk for these flaws because I like it. I really like Berserk. That's why I'm pointing out these scenes, because I want people to understand that although Berserk is extremely good, you're going to run into these problems reading it. A lot of these scenes are completely unnecessary. There are some scenes that are really necessary, especially in the early volumes of Berserk. A lot of those scenes were completely necessary for the story and its progression of character. But what I don't like is when these scenes are portrayed sexually or fetishizingly, and they are just completely unnecessary at times. Even in the most crucial events where these scenes were necessary, like in the eclipse, those scenes where Casca was portrayed were completely fucking unnecessary. And this is coming from a guy who used to defend that shit. I used to be balls to the walls defending that entire scene alone. But after receiving some criticism for that, I realized that, yeah, that was straight gore. That was straight gore porn in my opinion. And that is not devaluing its necessity. I believe firmly that that entire scene was completely necessary for the progression of Berserk. Being a fan of any kind of media means that you should be willing to point out its flaws and criticize it for it. Because you're not an actual fan of anything if all you see is fucking roses on the grass and shit.